For the remarks, the good gentleman from the 21st District, Representative Liias.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We've heard a lot about the voice of the people, and we've heard a lot about the sacrifices people in our state have made in this tough economy. The good gentleman just spoke eloquently about the sacrifices of our men and women in uniform, and certainly I join my colleagues in saluting the good gentleman from the 4th for his day-to-day service to our country. The voice of the people, though, in a state of 6 million people, Mr. Speaker, is tough to determine. I've gotten a lot of emails, pro and con, on this message. I've actually gotten a lot of messages from a particular constituent in Mukilteo. He's the prime sponsor of the initiative we're talking about. He certainly has some strong opinions on this particular issue. I've also received, and I actually sent the names up, a couple of emails that I'd like to just read if I could.
Yes, Representative Liias, and thank you for pre-submitting your
Absolutely.
name. Please
Tim from Everett wrote me, and he said, I'm a person living with AIDS, and I just wanted to let you know that I fully support new revenue that goes to serve those living with HIV and to help slow the progress of the epidemic, along with supporting other critical human and social services. I also sort of mirror the comments of the gentlelady from the 36th, the gentlelady from the 27th. We've heard a lot of stories about people that are affected by the decisions we make. Ann in Linwood, though, and I submitted this name as well, shared, I think, one of the best quotes. She shared with me, it's the legislature's job to review the laws that are on the books today to see if they still work in the best interests of Washington State. If they do not, then it's the legislature's job to change the laws so that they do work in the best interests of Washington State. Mr. Speaker, if this global economic recession isn't an opportunity to reflect on the laws that are on our books and whether they're working in the best interest of the people of the state, I don't know what other opportunity there would be to look at what's working. We've heard a lot about what we've done here at the legislature, even just this session, to address the structure of state government to be more efficient. But there is one piece more that we need to look at, and that is the very structure of how we solve the challenges that lie before us. And that's why I oppose the motion before us. I think that taking a look at Initiative 960, taking a look at the structures it puts in place and whether those make sense in this global economic recession is a sensible decision, and I don't think we should postpone that discussion indefinitely. I also think that the people speak in many different ways. I went back and looked at my district. Over the course of the last decade, the people in my district have voted numerous times to increase revenue. They've also voted for additional state services. We've heard about the work that the people in my district and citizens across the state did to vote for protections for seniors and folks with disabilities through our long-term care system, investments in our education system. The people in my district actually even voted against further restrictions on our state government just last fall when Initiative 1033 was on the ballot. So I think this is a complicated discussion, and I think it's difficult to nail down the voice of the people and base it on one particular initiative. So that brings me to the question we have before us today, Mr. Speaker, and that is whether we're going to indefinitely postpone this discussion. And Mr. Speaker, I want to just be perfectly honest. I don't think that this is the time to indefinitely postpone a discussion of the future of our state. I'm not willing to indefinitely postpone a discussion of the future policies that will shape the way our state operates. I'm not willing to indefinitely postpone a discussion of whether or not a big business should have a $35 million cap on their first mortgage deduction. I'm not willing to indefinitely postpone a discussion about whether cosmetic surgery should face the same tax treatment as cosmetics that single moms in my district are paying. I'm not willing to indefinitely postpone a discussion of how we take care of Tim, who is striving to get those life-saving medications that are keeping him at work today. I'm not willing to indefinitely postpone that discussion. I think we have to be courageous, and by voting this motion down, we send the message that we're not going to indefinitely postpone that discussion. We're going to tackle these tough issues head on, and we're going to lead the people of Washington State forward. I ask for a no vote.